All right, I'm gonna start this video with as a married man. You notice I'm saying the word married man. My wife is a stay-at-home wife. This trend is not only stupid, but it's dangerous. This is stupid and dangerous. Watch this, and I'll come back with my commentary.
Living in Canada.
Living in
This is my
Canada.
personal
This is my
chef. I
personal.
don't like cooking much, so he makes me breakfast every morning. For my morning routine, I had my estheticians come over. I couldn't decide between a facial or eyebrow threading. They were $1,700 each, so I got them both. Then I got in my self-driving Subway because it's like better for the environment, and had my personal driver take me to this really high-end place for dinner. They give free jewelry with their food. Look at how gorgeous this ring is. I really liked it, so I did end up buying it, and this appetizer was delicious.
A stay-at-home girlfriend. A stay-at-home girlfriend.
All right, let me give you women a reality check. This trend is not only stupid but dangerous. You don't have the protections of a marriage, and you're going to financially harm yourself to have a to be able to stay at home and do nothing. What are you going to do when that relationship ends and he kicks you out of his house, the house that he's paying for? Or the relationship ends and he has to evict you, and he is going to illegally evict you if you're not paying rent. Um, how are you going to pay for your car? You would expect your boyfriend to pay for your car too? I'm a United States Army veteran, college graduate with an associate's degree in pipe fitting technology, certified and degreed pipe fitter, former corrections sergeant, and I hold two black belts in two styles simultaneously, working on the rank of master in 10 years. I retired at the age of 39. I no longer work. 44 years old and married. Yeah, my wife is a housewife, and rightfully so, because not only she has the legal protections to do this, my money is guaranteed to me for the rest of my life. I don't work for that money anymore. I earned the money for the rest of my life. Just serving in the United States Army was enough. Not going to get into the details of how, but I have PTSD. That's all I'm going to say. Um, and you planning to be a stay-at-home girlfriend. Notice it's not even a wife yet. Girlfriend. This is beyond bonkers. It's not even funny. You see, these women are so entitled. They're entitled to a man's money right off the rip. Uh, they're not even working on themselves while they're hoping that he proposes. They force these simps to do this. The only way that these men are getting anything from these women, and you know what I'm talking about, is to provide this lifestyle for them. And then, when I say these type of women, I'm not saying all women. That's exactly what they're hoping to get, is something from this woman. I can't say it on TikTok, but you know what I'm talking about. And they simp so hard that all common sense and logic goes out the window. And they decide to let this girl stay home without a marriage. You're being used. You're not even married to her. She's in your house, eating your food, consuming your electricity, and sitting on her ass, contributing what? In hopes of what? And you know what? She don't even have to give that to you. She can refuse at any time. And guess what? Since you let her in your house, you're kind of stuck with her until you put her out, evict her. You're gonna have to evict her legally to get her out of there. This is ridiculous. I mean, like, what is the point? So when the relationship sours and everything just goes downhill, what are you planning to do? Women, and um those of you that can't afford cars and depend on men to give you cars, what are you gonna do when that whole thing goes south? He takes his car, and he takes his car back. You're not even married to him. If he buys that car is his with his credits. He'll just take it from you. That's not yours. Depending on this is so ridiculous. It's not even funny. I understand life is rough, but you got to do something. You see, let me break down everything that I used to do. United States Army veteran. I served in Saudi Arabia and Iraq. Okay? I was a fuel specialist with additional skill identifier to drive Hemets and tankers. All right? That was just the Army. Got out of the Army. I went to college by 2008. Got my first black belt by 2008. Graduated college in 2010 with an associate's degree in pipe fitting technology. Certified and degreed pipe fitter. I chose not to pursue that, and eventually I went into corrections, and then in Texas, and then I quit corrections in Texas and went to corrections in Indiana, and then I become a correctional sergeant within 12 months. My last full-time job ever was correctional sergeant. That's where I retired myself at. And then I collected my benefits that the military owed me from the VA. And that's how we get to this point where I don't work anymore and I support my wife. I am at 62,400 a year tax free. That's 5,200 a month. My VA check alone is about $50 short of 4,000 a month. It's like 4,900 point something and 0.25. It's like 50 something dollars short of 4,000 because I'm married. So I get extra money for being married. So my check on the first is almost $4,000 a month, and the rest of it in the middle of the month, my SSDI disability makes up the rest of it, and it totals out 5,200 a month, tax free. I pay all of my bills on the first. All the bills got paid yesterday, all of it. Man, I you know what? These women are setting themselves up for failure. I have worked my ass off, and this is why I stayed really quiet while I worked my ass off. Very quiet. I didn't want these women to know what I was doing because I didn't want them to sidetrack my goals in life. I chose martial arts over having children. I chose martial arts over getting with women that could produce children. I chose martial arts above everything else. I just got married in the process of doing all of this because my wife saw my potential. She fell in love with me, and then I asked her to marry me within 12 months. That's how I got married. So you see, men like me, we do eventually get married because eventually we will meet a woman that will like what we're doing and want to be with us. And then and if this is the right woman, we're gonna ask her to marry us. But I wasn't looking for a wife. I was working on myself. The wife thing just happened in the process. But you see, when you're working on yourself and you're successful, you will get married easily. You will get women easily when you have your shit together. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest time. The woman, getting a woman is a byproduct of success, but it's how you get the woman is the thing. So if you are successful and you do this with your money, you're messing up. When you have money to support a woman like this, you stay far away from these girls. Far, far away. Because I guarantee you, if I had met one of these, they would have wanted this. They would have wanted what my wife had from day one. The only reason I gave my wife what she has early is because she is different. And I intended to marry her anyway. I wasn't stringing her along or anything like that. I fully intended to marry her. That's why she got what she got from me early. And then I married her 6 months later. So she had access to everything 6 months early. A little bit slightly before that, she had access to everything. But I knew I wanted to marry her. But anyways, ladies, stop the foolishness. I'm out of here.